Alright, might as well start. Welcome everyone. I hope you're going well. Hopefully I've got my sound on correctly. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Just making sure my desktop audio and stuff are all separate. I might put that on like that. Alright, just because there's bugs out sometimes. Yeah. Alright, where were we last time? So we were setting up the sort of the custom statuses and so forth like that, not under diagnostics, so object statuses and so forth. So we're able to get in like this. I need to create a little thing to go back very quickly. This doesn't look as nice. We'll fix that up very shortly. So yeah, we've got all of that working perfectly fine. And I think what we're doing is we're changing the status. Yeah, I think that's what we're up to. Oh, we've got to also fix this. Expected number with 7 got string with value 7. Okay, I'm just gonna... That only happens when you double click. Alright, let's fix that one up very quickly. That one should be pretty easy to do. So what's actually happening is when we're double clicking on one of these, we're going to that. It's causing an issue where we can't interact with the screen properly anymore. And another thing we'll look up very quickly. We want static backdrop modal. All right, yep. Okay, and we just need to send through this data attribute. So data BS backdrop. So just scrolling up here, that should be part of the main div. So data BS background backdrop equals static. Yeah. All right. Cool. And we've got the keyboard equals false. All right. Sweet. So we got those two up. And what we need to do is go into the object status information. So in here, I'll minimize this so we got more screen. In here, we've got the template, we've got the divs, we've got the double clicks for those. And that goes to edit status. So that's just down here under the methods. So we've got the methods, we get the target ID. And that's where we should be going past int. And this is complaining because it's like this should be an int. Alright. That should definitely be an int. That should pass through as an int now. Sorry. And now we're going to hit reload. And we've gotten rid of all those issues. And we made this static, and we can close this and double click on this again and be like, yeah. Alright, let's go normal. Now this has a 500. So I'm going to go to the network tab. I'm going to click on it. Go to response. Destination. Okay, we're saying the destination is requirement. All right, cool. So essentially with the backend, this with the object status update. And what we want to do is we want to go into this implementation. So, and welcome Rage Tyrant. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I am building, I'll bring open a new tab, an open source project management system. So the idea is you'll have your Kanban boards, you can create projects, you can gather user requirements and create tasks. And when you're ready to sort of deploy, you've got your requests for changes. So yeah, I'm currently building that using Django/Python for the backend and VueJS or JavaScript for the front end. So yeah. Today what we're doing is we're finishing off the custom statuses. So for example, if we go to a new project, we'll have, not in a new project, because you don't select it straight away, it actually does the default. For an existing project, you can change its statuses, and the idea is I've made it so this is very possible to actually key in your own statuses in here, because some users might have, for example, UAT as a step in here instead of test/review, and they might have ready for deployment or something like that, in which case I'm now giving them that option. So yeah, and we're just fixing up a few things we left last stream. So yeah, it's got to start doing all that. So yeah, welcome. I do hope you enjoy the content. So in here with this particular form, we've got an init which will take the destination. Now I'm pretty sure we're not passing through that destination, so I want to go back to here where we call that form, and I want to go destination equals destination, so it'll pull the destination from up here. Yeah, anyway, welcome. Thank you very much, Rage Tyrant. So when that pulls it through, it then looks up, and thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I also have a YouTube where I've stored my prior streams and so forth like that. However, they're fairly back at the moment. I think there's about 6 weeks ago. So, yeah, I'll eventually catch up and alright, so object status, that should now work perfectly fine. So if we right hand click and resend, we've got the query set value for extract lookup must be limited to one result using slicing. Cheers, thank you very much, Rage Tyrant. Greatly appreciated. So the object status, look, I don't know if we're hitting this yet. The query set value for an exact lookup must be limited to one result using slicing. Now, that's the status ID. That's the status. I'm going to put a breakpoint here, and we're going to see what's happening. So I'm going to resend. We're going to hit that breakpoint. We're just going to step over it. So we should have the destination in there, which is a requirement, which is good. Step over this. Okay. We're now back here. And we have, all right, we've got the form. So it has nothing to do with the form now. The form is valid. It goes down here. So the object lookup, destination.objects.get. I don't know, destination ID. All right. Yep, it's right there. So I'm going to put a breakpoint here because now we know it's broken there. So we're going to go back to the forms. We're going to remove that breakpoint there. So something here is wrong. And that should be returning only 1. So what I'm going to do, status ID equals form.clean data status ID. And what we're just going to go status ID here. Sweet. Actually, I'm going to do it like that. Then we're just going to wait for the server to reboot. Yep, cool. It just sent that thing back. So I'm going to resend this. So we should hit this. Now the status ID. It's a query set. I'm going to go to the form. We've got that's the problem. All right, sweet. So if we actually go back to the error was saying the query set value for the exact lookup must be limited to 1 result using slicing. So what's actually happening here is I've accidentally put model multiple choice field. So even though there is 1 choice in it, because it's a model multiple choice field, it assumes that there could be multiple. So we just go model choice field. Yeah, multiple choice, yeah. Exactly. So yeah, it just gets like, it's like, no, this isn't correct. And it throws back that error. So if I change that to model choice field, we should be able to resend this. We should be able to step over it. So now it's, yep, it's just 1 thing here. I'm just going to step over all of this. Ooh, all right, something else happened then. Requirement status ID expected number but got, yep, all right, no problem here. So this is an object now. And this is where we've done this before. And hey, the Field of Alan, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. How's your streaming going? Okay, so what I want to do. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? You going good? Yeah, things are going good here. We're finally implementing the status editor. So you can now have multiple different statuses of your own choice within NearBeach. You're all right? Oh, that's great to hear, Nocturnal. So yeah, I've just got to remember how we've got the status ID. And it's get attribute. So we've got the object, and then we just need an F statement to come through. We've got the destination, and we've got the ID like that. All right. Yeah, I'm going good. Thank you very much, Nocturnal. Just busy day today. So we're using Playwright with Teams. So the last hour of work I was playing around with that, which was kind of fun. Able to log in, which is good. Okay, so we get the status, we get that. All right, sweet. And then we update everything. I'm just going to hit play because I don't expect something to break. There we go. We've got the 200 result now. And that is awesome news. So I'll just go bang, 200. If I put a full stop here and hit save changes, I should get rid of that and hit play. And then if I hit refresh, there we go. We've got a brand new status with a full stop. So that is saving correctly, which is awesome news. So what we want to do is we want to extract the status. object. I'm going to put status object there. And then I'm going to neaten that code up a little bit. There we go. And then from here, what we want to do is create the ORM to update the status. Yes, yeah. So I think it's going to be one of those things where I learn a little for NearBeach, learn a little bit for work, and then there will be a lot of crossover from that, which is going to be awesome. They haven't decided to go with it yet, but I think from the fact that I was able to provide a screenshot within just an hour of me playing around with it, and the fact that I could log into a dev environment, I think will help. Okay, so we've got the update done. I think we've got the create also done. Oh, one other thing we've got to send back. So when we do make a change here and we hit save, we've got to close this, but we've also got to update this down here. And something went wrong. All right, that's closing it. Don't know, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so down here, we've got edit status. So we go through, we don't have anything with the response at the moment, but we do have the data we need to update. What we could do is do an limit, update status, and we've got card ID. We've got status. And higher order status. Okay. Easy done. So if we emit that up and then close the modal, document get element by ID. This is where we just go up here and double check what we called it. Object status modal close. Modal close. And then just click. It's that little cheat. What we want to do also is notify the user of the status update. So this $store.dispatch. We're dispatching a new toast. The header will be updating status message. Please wait whilst we update the status. We want the extra classes to be background warning. Delay is going to be 0, and then we want unique type is going to be update status. We're going to yank those 8 lines. We're going to paste them after here. And we're also going to paste them after the error. So we'll fix that up in a second. So notify user of success. Successfully updated status. Okay, cool. Status has been updated. That is success. We don't want a delay. We want that to actually end. And then close modal. Okay. Error updating status. Ooh, no, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, but we could not update your status. Error. Just paste the error. We actually want this as danger. Delay is 0, update status. All right, cool. All right, so that will do that perfectly fine. The new status, now this is one thing which we needed to get done, is the new status actually needs the ID to come back. So we'll do that very quickly. But I just want to double check this is working how we want it to. So brand new status, we remove this, we hit save changes, boom. Okay, cool, but it hasn't updated this at all. So what we need to do, object status. We need to go up to where we're pulling it in. So v on update status equals update status. And then I think what we do is we do event in here. So we go down here, edit status, new status, update sort order. I think that will go down here, update status. And then we've got one called data coming through. If we go console log data, we should easily be able to be like, all right, this is what's happening. Now, JavaScript update object within array. I know there's a better way to do this. That's why I'm looking this up. So we've got a bunch of those. It's quite simple. Find the index using find index method. Store the index in a variable. Do a simple update. All right, that's what we kind of want to do. Shouldn't be too hard to do. In the meantime, I'm just double checking to make sure we're getting the correct data. So I'm just going to add a full stop right down here. I'm just going to change this to closed, and I'm going to hit save. So our object is card 7, higher order status is closed, and status is a brand new status. Sweet, this is what we want. So get the, okay, so const status ID equals data dot status ID. Return, actually, if there's an error, check to make sure there is no issue. If status ID is undefined, then what we're going to do is this $store.dispatch new toast. Header is going to be error updating card. Message is going to be please reload the page. We have experienced an in-page issue. Extra classes is going to be background danger with a delay of 0 and no unique things, and then we're just going to return. Okay, so it's card ID. Why did I put card ID? And I should be consistent. Yeah, that was just a little bit of a brain fart. All right, going with this. So we've got our array. What we want to do is we essentially want to just copy that for reference. Okay, so get the index of the status. Get the index for the status location. And then what we want to do is const index equals this dot. Now this is the local status list. Find index where row is such a thing where row dot status ID equals status ID. Now that should be passed as an int. That should be an int. Oh yeah, we're doing it in that sort of casing because that's stating it's in this particular, it's a local thing. All right. We don't need to log that to the console. Update that objects. Update that object. So this .local status list, and then what we're doing is index equals, and then we're just doing it like that. I am just having a quick look at to see the structure we've got for this. So this is the local status list. So I am just going to copy that. Going to paste it in. Going to remove it and paste it down there. So we've got higher order status. It's going to be pretty much data.higher order status. We've got status ID. It's going to be status ID. Status is going to be data.status. And ooh, sort order. Status sort order. You know what? This is going to be a lot easier. If I do this. Status sort order. And I'm assuming I'm passing that down. No, I'm not. Because I don't need it down here. Alright. Ignore that. I thought I could make it a lot easier. But in this sort of case, instead of having it like that, we just go higher order status equals data dot higher order status. We just do that. It's going to be 10 times easier. Sort. Sorry, status. Because we're only updating those two fields. Because the higher order status will update, and the status will update. The sort order won't, because that will be handled with the drag and drop, and the status ID definitely won't. So simplify, yeah, we'll simplify it. All right, that. Get the status ID for checking. Okay, cool. Done. So, in theory, if we hit refresh, we get rid of this and hit save changes. Something's undefined. All right, so let's find it. Okay, cool. Underhide, la la la. So it's saying this index. All right, let's console log index. This could be one of those things where I've got to pass the int on both sides, even though the system says it's an int. Just one of those little JavaScriptian things. We wait a few seconds. We're going to hit reload. We're going to double click on this. We're going to hit add in 3 full stops. We're feeling very scary. All right, index -1. So it can't find that index. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to change this into a function. Like so. And I'm going to do that. Here it is. That's why. There we go. I'll explain it in a minute. Yeah. Alright, cool. So with the row, I just was looking at the wrong variable name. So, easy done. That's an easy fix. What we'll actually do is we will shrink this up. Like so. And I feel like we can get rid of the pass ints. Just to make this really super looking nicer. Gonna hit refresh. Gonna hit ... There you go, and it perfectly lines up. Now the problem is it's not removing the that is weird. Alright, so I open and I close. I open and I close. I open and I close. Why is it that one that's not closing? That's weird. That's really weird. Tell you what. Wrong one I was looking at. I'm going to remove that and that. And I'm going to see what happens. Because that should not be happening. ID, yada, 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 button, close, close, close modal. It's a lot better. Just as I say that. What I'll do, get rid of the fade. Let's create 2. All right. All right, this is a duplicate issue. 7 years ago. Holy hell. Okay, I don't think any of that will work. This was asked well over 10 years ago. All right. Oh, this was asked 9 years ago. Holy hell. Okay. I think this is going to be that one particular thing where I will find it after X amount of seconds and just remove it. So I'm gonna undo this, and then up here, oh, we shouldn't have to do this though. Okay, let's see if we can do this in CSS. All right, now I'm not replicating it. Just as I say that, holy hell. Okay, let's duplicate this node. But the thing is, it's not there until I click on it. Okay, just give me 2 seconds. Bootstrap modal is already opened. I think I know what's happening. And what I'm going to do, if I double click on the text and close it, boom. There's our issue. But if I double click over here, it works perfectly fine. And I think what's actually happening is when I'm double clicking this text, it's opening up 2 modals at the same time. So what I'm going to do going to go in here. And I am going to open up the correct tab. And I am going to get rid of this line here. Then I'm just going to refresh. I've got to wait a couple of seconds, sorry. Then I'm going to refresh. All right, sweet. And then I'm going to double click. And that's still working. And we're only getting one now. So yeah, I think I just opened up two. And that was the issue. Now I still need that data, that data and so forth like that in there properly, but I just don't need the double click functionality. So yeah, there you go. We fixed that issue. So if we double click, remove all of those, boom, everyone's happy. Then we can bang that up there. Everything's been updating and so forth like that. Now we've just got the new status to handle. So with the new, if we go in here, so new status, it creates the new status. Everything gets sent up. We don't have any data coming back yet. So what we want to do is we want to go into the object status editor view. We want to go all the way up. Object status create. And then what we want to do is we want to submit this back. Now I've put a little breakpoint there because I've forgotten what type of object this is. So let's create one. All right, let's go blocked. Let's go save. All right, we've got the yellow text. So we're down here. So the object submit is just a list of requirement statuses. It's got the sort order. It doesn't have the ID in it, but if we skip on over, the object submit then gets us the ID. But the problem is, oops, we don't have that how we want it to. Yes. Okay, I'm going to play around here. I'm just going to say data to send back equals object submit dot annotate. This is where I would go annotate and just get an example out. Like so. Okay, annotate. I'm just gonna comment because we don't need those at the moment. Then what I need to do is I am going to scroll down here because yeah, we need these annotations. Just going to paste that in. I'm just going to see how that holds up and what type of object that turns out to be. And thank you very much for the follow. Alongso, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So I'm just going to go new status, creating a new status. I'm just going to save changes. Once again, we're going to hit this thing. We're going to skip over, and we've hit an error. All right, cool. It looks like we can't do that, which not a problem at all. So what we want to do is essentially the same as what we're doing down here. Except it's going to be one object. So I'm just going to copy all of this. We can send it as JSON. I don't know if it didn't like that. What I'm trying to limit is the amount of database calls. But I think it's just going to be easier if we just 10 times easier. Send back the data object. And then we paste this in. So we've got the objects as results, object lookup, destination, object filter. In this sort of case, this is going to be the F destination status ID, and that's going to be the object get attribute. This is, I do apologize if you're trying to understand what I'm doing, but what I want to do is essentially everything's that destination underscore status ID where the destination is a variable. And what we want is object submit. And we want that. Right. Then we don't need to worry about ordering by. We just need to annotate everything into a cohesive structure. We then just need the values. And we just need that. So I'm just going to paste that as an example. Turn JSON response. And I'm just going to hover over this. That should work. Hopefully. Famous last words. Waiting a couple of seconds, gonna hit reload. Alright. I'm just gonna go 500. Alright. Let's look at that response. In order to allow non-dictionary objects to be serialized, set a safe parameter to false. Alright, not what we wanted. But we've got many JSON responses. So we've got it like that. We've got it like that. Also got it like that, and like that. We've got return data, which is, all right, yep, like that. All right. Let's see if this works. I'm waiting just a few seconds, then I'm just going to resend. All right. Waiting once again a few seconds and then resend. That is because that's got to be a list. Waiting. All right, we've got data. But it's not how we want it to be. We actually want proper JSON data. So we've just got to figure this out. What if we did that? Wait a few seconds. Okay, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not doing what we want it to do. Let's see what we do here. So we do it in 2 steps. Here. So if I just paste this in, comment out this old one, change this to object status results. We've got data results, and then we got send back like that. All right, let's try this out. So I'm just going to resend. All right, something's not working there. I'm just going to hit refresh. Successfully done, and it's created an object. All right, so we've got this object now. We can actually slot it in very easily. It's in the same shape as we've got it with everything else. So what we need to do, let's delete that. I've just also noticed that we shouldn't be getting something that's a duplicate. And that's going to be annoying. But yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll solve it. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go back to here. So we've got all this data, it comes back, we've got the response. So yeah, new status comes through, response, tells user, hey, this is done. So this $emit. What we want to do is add status, and we just want response.data. That's all we need to send upstream. So we go up here, we scroll down to this section, and then we go v on add status equals add status, and then once again we just need the $event to pass through. We go down to our methods and we'll just go add status and data, and then we've got this .local status list push, and we just push the data. Simple as that. Wait a few seconds, let's hit reload. We're going to have to delete a lot of these. We've also got to make sure that we don't have duplicate statuses. So, it might be the case where I send down every single status into here, and we just make sure it isn't a duplicate. All right. Duplicate status. Ooh. Didn't quite add everything in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look at the view. So local statuses, it should have added it to the end. Ah. All right. So we actually need the 0th cell there. Okay, so what actually happened is it tried adding in the array. And bang. Perfect. Now we need that to close. So what we do is we grab this one line. Actually, we'll grab these two. Just paste it in. All right, cool. So that should now close the modal. Everything's hunky-dory. We do need to stop duplicate statuses popping up. So one method of doing that is when you add in a status, add an array, it checks all this. Ooh, we better also clear out that once it's added in. So what we should do is we should clear out the data. This dot status model. And this dot equals normal. All right. That will be fine. What we need is... Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, Blackbeard. Oh, I'm sorry, you too. I just scared my mother's cats. Okay. Seeing what we've got, we're bringing down the status data, we're bringing down the ID. I think we're going to bring down the status list. vbind status list equals local status list. All right, down here we'll have status list. Type is array. Default is going to do this really weird thing where I've got to do this and return a blank array. All right, cool. Cool. So I'm happy with that. What we've got to do is every single time someone types in that up there, we've got to validate all that kind of stuff. All right, we need a data point. Down here, we need is duplicate. That by default is going to be false. We also have a watch where we're watching the status ID. We'll also watch the status, local status model. And this is going to find out if there are any duplicates. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is const count equals this dollars status list dot filter. We're filtering for anything with a row, so row return row dot status dot to lower equals this dot lower status model dot to lower. If, and then what we want is this dot is duplicate equals where the count is greater than 0. And then what we could do is with the button save changes, we just go vbind disabled equals is duplicate. Then up here with the label, we can have an error label too. I'm just seeing it's a span. Okay. Easy done. Sorry, there is a status of that name already. Cool. Easy done. All right, so we're gonna wait a little bit. Oh. Let's do this properly. VF is duplicate. And then we just presto. I'm just gonna go Bob. And then I'm just gonna go Bob. Yeah, all right, so we're hitting a number of issues. Row status.toLower is not a function. Okay, so if I go var a equals Bob, a dot to lower, to lowercase. Been doing a lot of C# today. Where's our watch? Our watch. Okay, and we just wait a few seconds. Gonna hit reload. And then we're gonna type in our Bob. But nothing happens. So I am gonna put in a console log count is gonna be count. Just gonna refresh. You know why? Because I haven't put a count here, or length. There we go. That's why we test. All right. it won't let me do that. All right. Yeah, it won't. Is it without the... All right. So waiting. Gonna hit refresh. Gonna hit refresh again just in case. So I am... There we go. Perfect. And we only need to do that. For that. Anyway. Now we need to do the delete functionality with this. So... Oops. Yeah. Because we've got quite a lot on there that we just want to delete and so forth like that. I am going to run a quick ad break. I will be right back. I've just drunk quite a lot of water. So yeah, anyway, I'll be right back. All right. All right. Sorry, just checking on my mother's cats. So, yeah, we now just need to delete all of these ones, and I think we're just missing something. I don't want to double click and then have it to delete here. I just want a quick and simple delete. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a look what I did with Kanban boards. So under the edit Kanban board, we have Kanban property order. Under here, we've got a span, a remove item, element ID, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm gonna grab, that should actually be 6. So we're gonna place it under here. Now this is just under the sortable div. So we're just gonna scroll up. That's part of the modal, sorry. Template div strong. Yep, it should belong here. Now the icon is not working because we need that component. Like so, and then we need to put that in alphabetical order. So that should bring in the icon. Now we need the mixins. Import icon mixin. And hey, Aiden, how you been? How goes university? And yes, good evening, yeah. What have you been up to? And then we just need to put in the mix-ins, which go here, mix-ins. And then we have icon mix-in, and we're all happy. And it's probably not happy. Hey. Uni's going okay. Oh, that's great to hear. Alright. It's probably because I don't have remove icon. And that should actually be local status list is greater than 1. We need to change that to status ID, and we need remove status. From there, okay, we'll scroll down. We'll do something like that. I had half a gen off, and then I did a maths exam, then I did an assignment about Internet of Things, and that leads us to today. Ah, fair enough. Work is going good. They're starting to put me on the main product, which is great. So I'm doing quite a lot of unit testing for .NET. I'm learning Playwright for Teams sort of stuff. So yeah, it's at the moment it's just playing around with a bunch of different things. So yeah, it's been going really well. Yeah, I'm happy. Going to put add code. NearBeach is also going up to 0.31 now, which makes me bring up this diagram. Also finally got myself a tablet. Yeah, I'm finding it good. I'm about 80, because when I look at it, and I go to GitHub, it's under Microsoft. So I'm about 80% sure it's, you know, built by Microsoft. So it's going to help us with testing under Teams and all that kind of stuff. But yes, oh, that's a fix status ID with string issue. That is fixed. Continue getting the status information from the backend, recreating status. That is done. Yeah. And did that just crash, that tab? Did I just close that tab by mistake? I must have. And yeah, we've got we're working on 0.31 now. We've got the Git flow up and running for it, which is good news. Hopefully the new release process will work. Fingers crossed. So hopefully in about a week or 2, I'll be able to test that. So yeah. There's a few things which I want to do. If I go to our blogs, I'm hoping oh, didn't I pull that image across? All right, I need to push some of those images. Oh. All right, I have broken my blog site, the marketing site. I did try and update it the other day. I think I just need to push some of those media files. Alright. There was a list of things I wanted to do on here. And yeah, I think some of the media files just didn't get ported over, but that's not a problem. I can do that very, very quickly. It's just annoying. should be able to get the blogs this way. The hero images. I've used VueJS. Very fun. Very different though. Very game-like programming and so forth. No, that wall of patterns is there. Okay, did I forget to push one of the content blocks? Possibly. So I'm gonna have to fix that very soon, but we'll fix it later. So yeah. Anyway, getting back on track. So we still want to replace Webpack with Vite. Still want to do the Podman container. Implement the end-to-end CI/CD stuff. We're also currently doing the custom status editor at the moment. Yeah, VueJS is really cool. Because I remember using it at my last job for something small. But yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. Oh, hello. Yeah. Anyway, getting back into it. I don't know why my blog is not working. It looks like the media files are all there. Yeah, it is. That just took a little while to load. Is it just the blog files? I mustn't have all the doc types. No, I've got all the doc types. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test that later. Anyway, we'll fix this up and then I'll jump on to that. And hello, Raticide. How are you? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. I am going to make a note of that on here. So to do. Fix blogs. Something wasn't pushed. And it's probably just something simple like that. So I migrated Embraco on the weekend successfully, finally. So yeah, it's probably just something I'm missing, and I just got to migrate it properly. All right, so the delete. Now we've got the delete stuff there. We've got to do this very similar to how the Kanban property order does it. So they have a modal for adding an extra row, modal for deleting an item. So it's we're probably going to do the same thing here. Yeah, we'll probably do the same thing here. So we'll minimize everything. We'll go object status new file, and we'll go object status confirm delete .view. Gonna add that in. We're gonna go template, script, export default. Name is gonna be called object status confirm delete. So we'll have props. We won't fill them in the moment. We'll definitely have methods. Won't fill them in at the moment. And we'll definitely have computed, which will have the map getters. So import map getters, dot map getters. Root URL is going to be get root URL. All right. And computed is an object, not a function. There we go. All right, sweet. So what we're going to do So we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it. And we're going to edit it. Alright, this won't need a vbind. This is just going to be delete, confirm, status, delete, modal. Simple as that. Modal dialog, modal contents, modal header, modal title, delete. Status name. Status. Alright. It's probably going to be confirm deletion. Alright, we'll figure this all out with the vbind here. We don't need that. We just need to go in here, confirm status, delete modal. Alright, alert warning. This process cannot be reversed. Deleting a status will remove it. All existing cards will be removed. Yada yada yada. All right, cool. All objects with this status will need to be updated. All right, as simple as that. This process will migrate those objects onto another status. As simple as that. All right, so ask the user about cards. Would you like to remove the cards? No, in this sort of case, we're not doing that. This will happen no matter what. So delete this. And we'll delete this VF. So it'll be like this. We won't need that. We'll keep the spacer in. Status for the current objects. Alright. Destination for the cards. Label. Strong. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I am just fixing this up because this is new statuses. Alright. We'll need to grab all the statuses. And the model value too. Okay. New status list. Status ID model. And that's in there because of some strange reason. We'll actually need to import the nSelect from Naive UI. That's part of the components, which actually goes above the props. Like so. Alright, sweet. We'll also have data that will be the new, what did we call it? New status list. It's like that. And the status ID model. That's like that. All right. Cool. All right. We've still got quite a lot to go through with this, so please select yep. Bang bang, get rid of that. So in the footer, we've got the close. That will just close the modal. We walk away and we're happy. Button is read only. We're not having a read only. On the click is delete item. We'll need to put that method in right now. Instead, we'll call it delete status. Like so. And yeah, we definitely need to disable this if the status ID modal is null. Or this.status ID modal equals nothing. And then delete status. Right. So, with the props, status list, type array, default is going to be return an empty thing. Done. All right. That's what we're passing down. We need a watch on top of that. And a watch is a function. And we've got status list. And that will oh no, watch is an object. Sorry, my bad. Watch is an object, and then here we need to update the local status, new status list. Oh. No, alright, status list, this is, we don't want it on that particular one. Anyway, I am getting a bit sore sitting down on this chair. I'm gonna stand for a bit. There we go. All right. Cool. So the status list, just gonna delete that, no longer needed. We no longer need that modal, sorry. So with the remove status, we kind of want the same with the edit status and stuff like that. So update status. No, update status. Oh, sorry. Give me a couple of seconds whilst I think about this. So, on here. So we've got our status. We've got our delete button. We need to say, when someone clicks on this, we need to send data downstream. So data downstream. What data do we need? Well, we'll need the status ID. From there, we can remove what we need from that thing very easily. All right, cool. So let's go object status confirm delete. All right, now that there you go. That's in there fine. Okay, so opening up that, we've got the vbind. We'll have the status list equals this the local status list. That's perfectly fine. And then vbind the status ID equals the status ID. That's what we need to set up. So going down here, what we'll have is the status ID. That is just going to be a simple type of number. Default is going to be 0. Everyone's happy. This is where the watch will come in. So the watch will be on the status ID that comes down. Status ID has been updated. Time to update the list to exclude this number. So this dot, and this is where we want the local status list. Oh, that's the new status list. Sorry, the new status list equals this dot status list dot filter, where the row return row dot status ID does not equal this dot status ID. Now I've got to pass the ints just in case. That's all we need there. Okay. So that should filter out everything we need. At the start, it'll have everything, which is fine. But the instant we change something, bang, it just deletes it. Now, with the status, we should be passing down the name and so forth like that. And what we could do is we can just use the vbind status data equals status data. It's fine to reuse that. In fact, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Because it'll have the exact same sort of structure too. And we can use this information up here to be like, hey, are you sure you want to delete this particular one? So let's just have a quick look at what it'll look like first. We haven't programmed in the modal appearing just yet, so let's quickly do that. So we've got the remove code. Make modal appear. So const modal, new modal, document dot get element by ID, and then what we need is the object status confirm delete modal dot show. And just double checking that that is not that long. There we go. All right, so we wait a few seconds, we then hit refresh. Boom. All right, warning, this process can't be reversed. Deleting a status will remove it. All objects with these statuses will need to be... all right, so we're going to word those a bit differently. Please select an appropriate object to move it on, and we'll do that properly because we've got to map out the data correctly for that. So let's go to this. So this process cannot be reversed. Deleting a status will remove it. Remove it completely. All objects connected with this status will have to migrate to a new status. This is also permanent and cannot be reversed. Not yet, at least. Not until I put in auditing and all that kind of stuff into this. Well, that's way, way, way down the track. Stretching. There you go. So, what we want, spacer, please select an appropriate. Okay, cool. Here, what we're going to be doing is div class equals row. And then what we got is strong, got the status, and then strong, and what we do is we've got status data dot status, and then we're doing the same thing here, strong, and we've got higher order status data dot higher order status. All right. And then we've got please select an appropriate status, status to migrate to. New status for objects. Okay, cool. So down here, we've got this. It will pull everything else out, and then we need to map this. So that way, return an object being this is where I just need to look up. So, label and value. There you go. Cool. So, what we want to do is we want to hit refresh. Gonna have to wait a few more seconds, hit refresh. Alright, we don't have our status and stuff like that. Sorry, I've been getting a couple of messages and so forth. Alright. Oh, sorry, this is actually important. All right. So, what am I doing wrong? For one thing, status Bob is coming through, normal's coming through. Oh! No, that's fine. And Bob isn't appearing in here. So someone would click backlog and delete status. The idea is this will send it to the backend, being like, hey, listen, just delete this status, but move everything from this to the other one. Now, the reason being why I'm saying that is, if we find an object, let's list all objects, because we can do this manually. Let's go to the project QA. Let's go test and review, update the project. So this is fine, test and review is fine. If we go up here and we go admin, we find list of project statuses. Yep, this is a project status, test and review. If we delete this and save, so it's going to be soft deleted and refresh, you'll notice it just says 5. And that's not ideal whatsoever. So yeah, this is why we'll migrate stuff into the proper sort of status. And then if someone says closed, and because yeah, it mucks up everything here too. Like you can no longer interact with this, and yeah, it's just, we're gonna go no. All right, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I've just got to open up Slack over here. Slack. Sorry, something is going on. All right. August 24th. All right. Friday. Oh, you can come a day later and stuff like that. Cool. Sorry. Just organizing something for later this year. Okay. So we're getting closer there. I am going to revert this back to is not deleted. Because, yeah, that will just cause a lot of issues. The idea being is someone should be coming through here and doing stuff properly through here. Alright, so what we've got is we've got this data. Someone can select something to do something. Make sure the status ID is not null and all that kind of stuff. So if someone clicks on this, they can click on that. Oh, if I refresh. Yeah, they can't delete, they have to select something. Ooh, that didn't work. Okay. I'm just gonna go console log got here. Just waiting a few seconds. Hit reload. Disable the cache. I know what I'm doing wrong. Where's my remove status? I am not. So what we could do, new status, where's the edit status? Update sort order, no, update status. We need to pass through the data and so forth like that. No. Hang on. Before I do something stupid, let's double click, edit status. All right, come on, let's go to, let's go to that implementation. So we've got the event. This is what we've got to do in here. We've got to make sure we do this. Okay. So on here, we've got the remove status, element ID. Okay, cool. So remove status. Here we've got status ID passing through. So what we've got to do is update the variables to pass down to the modal. Update the props. This dot status ID equals status ID. Sweet, we all know that. And what we could do is filter the data required, const data. Now, if we were being really strict with dry, we could extract this out because this would be the one function where we update those particular variables. And it's the same lines of code, and it doesn't impact what we're doing at all. Let's do that. Update props. All it's doing, filter for the data. We've just got to get status ID. Sorry, I'm just update props, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. And we can get rid of most of that. And then all we need to do is update the props. This dot update props. And then just pass through the status ID. And that will work perfectly fine. And I'll update the props. And that's independent of what else we're doing. And then this edit status will be the same. Okay, in theory, because it's only done twice, I fully understand that, hey, you don't need to actually do this sort of thing. It does add in that sort of confusion where, hey, we're updating the props. That's another method we've got to go down into and find out what's actually happening. However, that being said, I'm like, yeah, this is simple enough. Yeah, this should be fine. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just... Ooh. All right, that's all in Japanese. I can't read that. All right. So we've got this, we've got that. I've just got to double check a few things. So if we double click here, we still get that. We still get that. And we still get that. And we still get that. Yeah, all right. Cool, sweet. That's all I needed to check. I also need to go console.log. All of that should finish. So if I double click on this now, we've got all of these. this bit of data coming down. Okay, we don't have Bob. So if we click on, just wait 1 second. If we click on Bob, yeah, we don't want Bob in there. All right, and we just spotted another quick bug that's going to be extremely. So when the status ID updates, clear the model. So this $dot status ID model equals blank. We're just getting rid of everything. All right, so when we hit reload, let's say we've got this in here. Let's say we pick the first one, backlog, but we go, oh, no, we didn't want that. Pick another thing. There we go, perfect. All right. So now that is done, let's move everything into backlog and we hit delete status. We need stuff to delete. So let's set that up. So with this, we want the object information. We can close that one. We can close that one. So the request for change, we can close that one. So the object status delete. So we need to open up the URLs. So that's somewhere over here. There they are. Eventually we'll find them. So with the URLs, what we've got, you got status create. We don't have status delete yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, like so. Okay. So this will go into here. So we've got the request, we've got the destination. We would definitely need the destination. And we'll need the forms. So what will happen is, this will be not the object, not the reorder, but the delete form. So class object status delete form, forms.form. Sorry, I just need to write this out what we're doing. So what we'll have is we've got the status we're deleting. So status ID, and we are deleting this one. And then we've got the destination. I don't want to say destination because we're using that term already. We've got the migration status ID. Where all objects go. Smiley face. All right. And it is late enough to close this now. All right. Poor cats are wondering, what the hell am I doing? All right, so we need 2 fields. But first, we need a def init, args, and quargs. Like so, self.destination equals quargs.pop the destination out. All right. So from here, we need the super object status delete form, self.init, args, and quargs, like so, and then self.fields. And then we've got a status ID. So this is going to be forms. This has got model choice field. So it's only going to have one. required equals true, and the query set is going to be pretty much this thing down here, the object status lookup self dot destination dot objects all, and then self dot fields, and then the other field is migration status ID equals the forms. I should change that to an S dot model choice field, and then once again required equals true, query set equals object status lookup self dot destination to objects dot all. All right. Cool. So that's what we'll be sending back. So migration status ID, status ID. So if we go here, confirm delete. So watch status ID, delete status. So set up data to send. So const data to send equals new form data. Presto data to send dot set. Status ID equals this dot status ID equals sweet data to send dot set migration migrate or migration migration status ID. I am going to copy and I'm going to paste, and this is going to be this dot. Ooh, what did we put it as? Status ID model. Ooh, all right. I am gonna change that. And the one reason why I'm changing it is so that it's consistent. So the status ID in itself is the one we're deleting. The migration status ID, that's the one we're switching to. So we're just going to paste this in here. We're going to ignore the fact that that just popped up and like that. And then all we now need to do is under the data, we'll just paste it in. We'll paste that in there. Double check this new status with the row status ID, this status ID. Yeah, so the idea is we're being very clear what this is. Okay, 3. All right, cool. Sweet. So, because yeah, I don't want this dot status ID and then this status ID model, because it's too confusing in the sense you can easily muck that up, and we don't want to muck that up. So hence we've got the migration status ID model. So that will turn into the migration status ID. So when that's sent to the backend, everything will be fine. This is going to throw up an issue. So we're going to cheat here. When we do eventually move NearBeach into TypeScript, we're going to have a lot of these cheats. All right, so we only need 2 bits of data. So this this dot axios dot post yeah. So we'll have in here this dot root URL. And then, oh, what was the URL again? It is something like object status information / and then we've got the this dot destination, which we'll quickly pull out very quickly, / delete. And then we've got data to send. And then we've got our simple then, where we'll spend through our response at the moment. And same with this. So we'll do something very simple like that at the moment. Then sorry, I'm just trying to think. I've got a couple of things bouncing around in my head at the moment. So that should send it to the back end. We've got an ad break starting in 5 minutes. Alright, so with the delete status, we set up this, we send it to the back end. We won't need to worry too much about the response. What we need to do is this $emit remove status. And we won't need to send any data because it will know what data to remove. Alright, so in this, we should have delete status. Just remove it from the local status list. So this dot local status list equals this dot local status list dot filter, where the row of return, the row dot status ID does not equal this dot status ID. It's just as simple as that. And then we go up here to our object confirm delete. We will have our v on. This will be delete status equals delete status. And we don't need to worry about sending down an event or anything like that because we know all that data. And what we want to do is update users on the status. So this $store.dispatch new toast, and then header is going to be removing status. Message, please wait whilst we remove the status. We want the extra classes to be background warning, delay is going to be 0, and unique type is going to be a remove status. Okay, so, and we're going to yank those 8 lines. So once it's actually done, and I'll put one into there too. Status successfully removed. Status has been removed. Success. We don't need a delay. So we'll update the parent, close the modal. This this should be document.get element by ID, and then we just click on it. It's our little sneaky way of doing things. Confirm status delete modal close should be the thing. As for the error, it'll be error removing status. Sorry, we could not remove the status. Error. Error. And that's a danger. And we still want the delay in there. And we want to get rid of that add code. Notify the user of the error. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Now we're doing nothing in the backend yet. So we're going to write form equals, and adds are just happening. All right, cool. Give me a couple of seconds. I just want to look at this. 18 hour, 9 hour, 9 hour. Sydney to NRT. Sydney to HDN. Oh, I do prefer the non-stop ones. Alright. Okay. Sorry, looking at flights. It's just, I'm not trying to be rude, sorry, mate. He hasn't responded back yet. Alright, so, form equals, blah, 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 blah. What did we call it? I don't know. I've forgotten. It is, there it is. Oi, let me copy. So we're going to paste. We are going to go request.post and destination, like so. And you can see I've done that silly thing. All right, import. Yep. All right, cool. Then from here, if not form dot is valid. What we want is return HTTP form.errors, like so. Everyone's happy. From here, what we want to do is we want to extract out what we need. So I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to be like, okay, cool. So we'll need our object. All right, which, yay. But we also need our status ID. And so forth like that. So, yay. How are we going to do this? Sorry, just because I haven't done it specifically for this particular case. So, what we want to do is the method is one. Soft delete the status. And 2, migrate all objects with that status to new status. Now, with these objects, the good news is, if it's a project, we're only dealing with projects. Tasks, only dealing with tasks, and so forth like that. It is going to be, if I go back to one of these, it's going to be one of these 4s. All right. So, soft deleting that status. We won't need to do that like that. We just need to have object lookup. Destination dot objects dot filter, then we need to do these little star things. Be like, ooh, so pretty. We need to do this. Put in destination underscore status underscore ID. And this is where we hit a little bit of issue like we did before. So down here where we had the object update, we had the status stuff like this. Because the status object, we needed to do something like this. Now I remember. So what we need to do is we need to find out where this is. So get data from form. So we've got status. Once again, it's status object equals form dot clean data and then status ID. Done. And then we've got migration status object. I mean, we could call it with the ID. Equals form dot cleaned data and then migration status ID. Then in here, we've got to get the attribute from the status object where the F of the destination is going to be the status ID. And then, so we get that. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. NearBeach views, and then yeah, it's just update is deleted equals true. Yeah, it's just something like that. That's it. Then what we do is we just put in a simple thing here. Soft delete the status. Smiley face. All right. Then down here, migrate all objects that have that status to the new status. And we should be fine with that. Oh. So what we need to do is object lookup again. We need the destination. We need the objects. We need to filter. Now we're not filtering for is deleted, and the reason being is, well, we can, but someone could bring back the is deleted. You're going to have a lot more problems and so forth like that. So that's why we're not doing that. So what we want is essentially, oh no, that's not what we want. No. Alright. But I'm going to do something similar. Oh no, it's getting the statuses. No, that's what we want. Okay, it's this one where we're actually looking up the objects themselves. I mean, I can just create a new variable. It's not going to be hard. It's going to take not that long. Lookup equals. All right. I'm just going to yank these four because it's going to be easy just to paste them in like this. And then what we want to do is requirement item. Requirement, if I can spell it, requirement. All right, project task. And we're just importing them. Project and task. All right, so going down here with the delete, this will now turn into object. Look up, don't at me. And then what we're doing is we're looking up everything with the status. Now this might be another problem. This might be a case where I might do this in an if statement. An if statement for the moment, but might migrate everything over later to the new. All right, let's have a look at the models. Let's have a look at project. So we've got project status. All right, this is. We've got task status. All right, even better. Requirement status. All right. Requirement item status. Perfect. All right, we don't need an if statement, which is great news because it follows a predictable structure. So it's still got the destination and it's still got the status. Now, I don't think because it's a foreign key, I think we kind of want it like that. And then what we want to do is we want migration. Yeah, we still want this to be status object. And then it gets the status ID. Yep. Then we want to update. And then we need this destination. Status ID is going to be get attribute the migration status object, where the F destination status ID. And that should work in theory. We are going to put a breakpoint onto this. We're going to double check everything. So we are going to jump into projects here, but I'm also going to find a project in here. So the QA team project, we're going to say Bob. All right. So as part of Bob, update this project. You'll see Bob. All right, we're like, no, we accidentally created Bob. Let's put him in backlog. So we're going to delete the status. So this is hit up here. So it's didn't pass the form. All right, that's not a problem. We failed right away. So what I'm going to do is in the network, I didn't capture that, so I'm just going to hit that again, and I'm just going to go boop. And the response is destination. Okay. Let's go into the forms itself. Let's put a breakpoint there. Okay. Args query migration status undefined. No, I've figured it out. I've just put destination in here. I should have also put destination equals destination. All right. Network error, because we're just got to wait for it to recompile and start running again. There we go. So we're just going to step over. We're happy with all of this. Oops. All right, I am going to remove a couple of breakpoints. Gonna remove that one. Hey, piss. Okay, cool. Gonna hit delete status again. Okay, so it's passed. No, it hasn't passed anything. All right, let's see what's the problem now. NearBeach object. Undefined. All right. Is that it? I just want to make sure we're getting to this point here. Okay, so I'm going to hit delete. No, we're not. Well, destination is yes, the one thing I forgot to do is down here in the computed section is we need VueJS. So import map getters from VueJS. And we've already got them. I just needed to get the destination. All right, we're just going to wait a couple of seconds. We're going to hit reload. We're going to delete Bob. We're going to put Bob in backlog. And we're going to hit delete. All right, so we have hit this. We've got Bob, we've got backlog. Cool, and their objects. We're going to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to hit play. And we've got a 200, and Bob's closed from here. Now, if we go on this page and hit refresh, backlog. Sweet. All right. We're now, yeah, this is awesome. Now, if I hit refresh, we don't have Bob anywhere there or anything like that. Sweet. Okay, this is great news. Really great news. Okay, so what I got to do now is got to double check everything. Okay, so we're happy with the front end, we're happy with the back end. I think we've done all the crud that we could, that I can think of tonight. We don't have any permissions added on to this. So what we need to do is we need to actually go, a quick way to do this is the diagnostic views. So we're going to make sure that the user's logged in and methods are HTTP post in certain places, not all. So the object create, yep, bang. We'll fix this up in a second. Delete, bang, yep. Object status information, we won't need that for post, but we'll come back and fix that up. Login required. This is the list. Bang and bang. All right, we're just going to go through them all very, very quickly. We're going to import that method. So object status update, that's definitely post. Reorder, it's definitely post. This one, yeah, it's fine. Status information, we're going to get rid of the post in there because we want that to be able to get to that. The post. And yeah, all right, cool. So what we want to do, cd into sites, NearBeach. We want to gets, I'm going to cheat and go remove. I've got to stop this from compiling. So remove NearBeach static, git checkout, NearBeach static. I'm thinking of changing the static files. I'm thinking of ignoring them again and actually during the deploy process, actually have them build the files. However, that's going to need a bit of testing. So yeah. Anyway, git status, git add. So we've got forms, URLs, object. Yep. I'm happy. Git commit. What are we saying? Finish the custom status editing crud. Git push. So that will push to our feature branch, and then we got git flow, feature finish, custom status editor, and squash. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So I can wipe that off the board now. Implement music. I can wipe that off the board. All right. I feel like we're really close to an RC1. Okay, cool. Now, another thing I've just got to make sure, do I have Rider on here? Yes, I do, but it needs to be updated, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to nearbeach.org, Umbraco. Just going to log in. Check on this. All right, cool. Oh, is my bitrate horrible? Oh, I have had a bit of dropout today. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. Okay. Drop frames, 1.3%. I'm sorry about that, guys. I shouldn't have been updating this thing. I'm going to cancel it. Just going to open it. That's fine. So we want to open up NearBeach Marketing Umbraco. We want to open up the solution. All right, we want to do a simple git pull. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it over here. I am going to close the Python stuff now. Going to do that. All right. All right, git reset hard, git pull. Because I've made changes. The following working tree file will be written by the git status. All right, remove usync, git reset hard, git pull. Okay, cool. Now, .NET run. And whilst we're doing that, we're going to jump onto here. We're going to have a look at the logs. Log viewer. We've had 41 issues. Okay. So we're going to fix these up. Not a problem. What we want to do, usync, we want to export everything to a file. Export. There's not much to export. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up our local to match everything. Now, I know the media files won't work exactly because we don't have a copy of them locally, but we can source them very, very quickly. That's not going to scare me at all. All right, this didn't take much to download, but that's perfectly fine. So what I want to do is I'm going to close this. 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 Keep that open. Keep that open. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close that. I'm going to localhost. Advanced. Accept the risk and continue. Alright, this is where I don't know the password, so I'm going to put on this screen for a second. Hello, how are you guys? Let's go passwords. Alright, the password is not the same. So I'm just going to do this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go explore the file system. I'm going to find the database and see if I can blow it away. So I should do that. Right hand click. Delete. Yep, delete that folder. .idea is for this. VS Code's for, yep. Node modules. We're just gonna delete those anyway for the moment. We're just in the object. Okay. Now I've forgotten what the database is called, so I'm just going to open up my settings. Oh, I should, just in case, knowing my luck, I've done something stupid before. Umbraco application URL is that. The data directory, Umbraco SQL. Okay. I don't see it there. So I'm going to try and find it. Broker SQL line. Yeah, all right. I probably ruined this, but that's fine. All right, .NET run. Which cat was that? Okay, we're opening up this again. Yeah, all right. How do I get the initial setup done? But no problem, because I can go git reset hard again. And then .NET run. Unable to open up database. Ah, wasn't the database file kept locally? Okay. Umbraco, reset database installation. Okay, yada yada yada. If you want to, you can just download the zip file from here and then unzip it. After, just override the old files with the new ones you downloaded. When the way to is delete the database, then recreate it. Go to install default. Okay. Yeah, boot fail. Umbraco cannot run. See logs for details. Yeah, I've royally screwed it. What I could do is make a new database and just paste those in. I think that would work really well. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's paste that in. I'm making sure I don't have one called my project. Oh. Oh. Copy link. All right. Advanced. Accept the risks. And hey, Togglebit! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone. I am Robotic Head. So what I normally do is I normally work on a project management system called NearBeach, where you can create Kanban boards, projects, requirements, gather user requirements, and create tasks. And when you're ready to deploy, you've got the request for change. So yeah, on the weekend, I was migrating my site from Umbraco 12 to 13, and I've broken a part of it, and I've only realized today. So we're quickly fixing that right now. So how was your stream, Togbit? Nope. If I can get the right... There we go. Alright. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm setting everything up on my local. I've just deleted the database and essentially screwed things up. So I'm making a new Umbraco build, and I'm just going to copy that database and paste it over. So yeah, we're cheating here. I do need to do this correctly. Oh wait, I think we just put, yep. And then the password. So I'm just gonna hide all of that for the moment whilst I remember my password. Wait, where's my passwords? All right. You guys get to see me stick my tongue out just a little bit. Okay, key in that password. Definitely not showing that. SQLite. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Detailed. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Install. I'm going to save that for the moment. I am definitely going to close that. I'm definitely going to copy something else and make sure I paste something else. That would be very embarrassing. Oops. Okay, cool. And then what I want to do is I want to show this screen. There we go. Cool. And logging in. Now, I'm just a little worried chat's frozen up for me. Ready to run? Yep, all good. Yeah, alright. Hopefully chat isn't frozen up. So we're not going to show that to me tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on settings. We don't have VueSync installed, but that should be fine. What I want to do, is I'm going to close all of those. I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to go to our sites. I'm going to go to my project, Embraco. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that Embraco folder, come out of here, Embraco marketing site. I'm just going to paste it in. I'm going to merge everything, and I'm going to replace everything. So there's our new data. And if I do .NET run here, I should... Alright, this is looking good. Alright, not a problem. Give me 2 more seconds, sorry. I need to have a look at this. We're going to go NearBeach.org. We're going to copy that. We're going to go over here. We're going to paste it in. We're going to go and we're going to save it. All right. And then I'm copying something random and I'm pasting it. Sweet. All right. So we did a little bit of a workaround, but we got here. So no thanks for that. Settings. We've got our VueSync in here. We want to everything we want to import from file, clean import, choose file. We had it in the downloads. God, I've got so many screenshots in here. VueSync export. Today is the 19th. Yep. Select, upload, import. Everything should import. So if we go to content and hit refresh, in theory, everything imported. Probably not. If I do that, no changes. Oh, no. I just needed to wait. There you go. Everything just needed to wait. So we should have blogs in here. Hopefully, yep, we haven't duplicated everything. I'm not too worried about the media files, but we can now click on this and it's working. So one of two things has gone wrong. One, that's the correct version. Most likely something hasn't been pushed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up my Azure portal on the side at the moment. I'm going to go to app services. I'm going to go to our NearBeach. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing this on apps. I should be doing this the smart way. Shouldn't I? No, there's too much to set up at the moment. NearBeach marketing. I need deployment center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to redeploy everything. Specifically just the Vue files for the moment. Because I think the bin files are fine. I think we're just missing something. So I need to get those. All right. So, sorry, once again, doing this. Sup. What I'm doing, for those who are interested, is on Linux, you can click on other locations. You can actually connect to a other, I'll show you in a minute. You can essentially use this to SSH into places, and it's great fun. We want to register user, remember password until forget password immediately. All right, cool. I'm going to share this. All right, cool. So what I've done is in Linux, you can actually use this and SSH into somewhere. So I can click on here, sites. I've got the root. Now this is the marketing. No, I'm on the wrong one. All right, so I'm gonna exit out of that straight away. I actually wanted just the NearBeach one, not the marketing site. So yeah, the I've got two Azure Web Apps that handles the marketing site, but one's usually turned off over the other one and so forth. And I use, whenever I'm doing a major upgrade for the marketing site, I'll update the one that's not turned off, and once I get that running, I switch over into it. So yeah, I just didn't fully test the whole site. So hitting deployment center. Sorry, this is taking a while. This is in the back end over on my right hand side. I can't show that information, obvious reasons. What I can do is I can paste that in, connect. That's going to pop up like this. You click on register user, then you copy the username and password across, which is what I'm doing right now. I just don't think I should be sharing that information, obvious reasons. All right, so we're over here now. We've got the site. There's the old one. I am just going to delete that permanently. All right, that will take its time on here. So I think there's a couple of views missing. And so I'm just going to go home. I'm going to go to the sites. I'm going to go into the NearBeach marketing test site. I'm just going to double click in the views. I'm just going to select all. I'm just going to copy. Oh, this is preparing to delete. No, I will cancel that. I'm just going to paste. We're going to apply the merge. And we're going to replace all of these files. And it shouldn't take too long to do. Mainly because there's not much. There's not much. These are simple text files, CS/HTML. So I don't even think how many. All right, cool. So that is done. So if we go to nearbeach.org now and go to blogs, we click on a blog. Oh, we're still getting the 500. Okay. Now what does our settings say? All right, so if we go into log viewer, I thought that said 43. So it's 2137, 937. There we go. There's our object reference not set to an instant of an object. He published Count of bugs. Line 12. Is that the problem? All right, let's go to our content. We can do this very, very quickly to figure out if this is actually the problem. So count of bugs. That should all be filled out. No title override. Oh, it's been a month since our last NearBeach release, but hopefully next week we'll have a release candidate out for 031. And what we want to do is we want to go into our blogs, click on this, and we're going to remove this block. I'm just going to refresh. All right, it's working. Now, I want to break it again because I'm sadistic. Count of bugs. Okay, there it is. Yeah, something about count of bugs. Okay, partials, content blocks, count of bugs, line 12. Partials, content blocks, count of bugs, where's my text? Where's my text? I just want my plain text editor. Come on. And line 12. Oh. Might no longer be that number. Alright. 1180. Yeah. That should work. 1180. Okay, I'm just going to close the localhost and localhost. Gonna go to the blogs again. Oh, I'm in this blog. Just gonna remove it. I'm gonna go okay. And I'm just going to make sure it's come back. All right, so it's come back. I want to open up settings. I want to have the log viewer. Now 46. Count of bugs, line 12. And sometimes this is the case. I need to restart. So yeah, I'm just restarting that web app. Because sometimes I'll edit it perfectly fine and it'll be hunky-dory and so forth like that. Now, what the error is essentially it's looking at the content with 1180 as the ID, which should be this count of bugs down here, so 1180. This won't load up because it's restarting the application. I've had to hard code it until I figure out a better way of doing that. Retrieve an item from Umbrato's cache with ID. I need to do something better than this. So it might be one of those cases where I actually look at the home, get the children, and then get the count of bugs from that. So this issue won't appear again and again and again and again and again. So let's go back here. Let's hit refresh. We're waiting for this to come back now. So just giving it a few minutes. Shouldn't take too much longer. it does take a little bit longer. I'm terribly sorry. I know I'm going to get an email from Uptime Robot being like, hey, your site went down. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Oh, it was me again. Alright, so it looks like it's... Oops, wrong one. It looks like it's back. Sweet. We need to implement a back key up here, but hopefully now that I've got this fixed up. Alright, sweet. So the counterpugs is now working. We know this is... we just need to go to our blogs. We need to create this. So, yeah, I need to actually implement this properly. I just done it as a quick and dirty sort of thing. Just to, you know, get things working. Alright, counter bugs. This is now up and running again. So, some good news is, whilst we're actually here, let's close that. Let's actually edit some of this rich text block. Because guess what? We have done some of this. So, we haven't replaced Webpack with Vite yet. That is something I'm hoping to start very shortly. However, one thing which we have done is we can sort of slash out this one down here. So the custom object status editor we've just completed today, just before you guys rated. So yeah, this is great news. All right. We haven't done the Gantt chart and the other stuff yet. But if we have a look at this, boom. All right, we are making strides this month. So what we want to do next is essentially replace the Webpack with Vite. We also want to look at the Podman container, just because a friend recommended it and several stream of friends have recommended it and several other people have recommended it. A lot of people just recommend Podman containers. So that will also be hopefully done this month. As for the implement end-to-end testing into the CI/CD platform, that is me still looking at it to deal with the fact is it plausible? Will it actually work for us? And should we actually be doing the end-to-end testing on our locals instead? So that is just going to be one of those things where I determine whether or not I want to move that sort of process up into the CI/CD. Because currently in our deployment instructions, we do run this to make sure everything's not broken. So it visits every single page and takes a screenshot, and yeah, it's quite quick and easy. So yeah, this is also will be a pretty big one too, but we have 10 more days left of February. We're rather happy where we are. We will be doing some more documentation and testing and so forth like that. And yes. Anyway, what is the time? It is 15 to 10. I am probably going to call it there because, yeah, this was the big thing which I had to make work. And yeah, we've made it work. I'm just wondering why on my local still, it's still showing the old numbers. Let's, because I keep forgetting this number. Let's go to Embraco. Saying 1180. So does that mean the blogs are going to break now? No, because that will work. And what is partials, content blocks, counter bugs? Oh. Yeah, 176, 180. 1089. All right. Yeah, I've changed it in source. That should do it. Okay, cancel that. CD into the NearBeach marketing site in Braco. Git status. Git add the views. Git commit. Making sure the count of bugs ID matches the database. Otherwise, blogs could fail to load. All right. And considering I successfully upgraded and all that kind of stuff, what I'm going to double check though is nearbeach.org/Umbraco. Yeah, that's still showing the wrong version number there. It's weird. Oh, that's just a random bug. What we can do, github/NearBeach. So for those that don't know, NearBeach has moved to here. You are more than welcome. Now this is marketing site. Is this? This is the old. Yeah, alright. I must have the marketing. I must not have migrated over the marketing site just yet. Yep, it's here. God, this was a pain. Yeah, let's just confirm. Delete branch. Please. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I should not have any secrets in the code. Alright, counter bugs. That's not a username password. Application settings. Oh, yeah, alright, no, that's, Maltrap. Those don't work anyway, those credentials. That's fine. Alright. And error... what's that wanting to connect to? The 404 collection. Content ID. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, no, this yeah, it's not a... It's an old key. Cool. Anyway. Let's find someone to raid. So... Adrian learns. Okay, cool. Alright. I can stop this music. I'll just put Adrian on mute for a slight minute. But yes, thank you very much everyone for coming along. It has been wonderful. We have implemented functionality into NearBeach. We're hoping for the release candidate for 031 to happen next week, which is going to be awesome. I do need to essentially look at implementing custom user tables and so forth like that and how that works. So I will be doing some research on that. I think that's yeah, judging from that, once that's done, I need to do a full site test. And yeah, we can start doing a release candidate, and which then we can start getting back into the bug fixes and so forth like that. We'll also be discussing the sprints and the Gantt charts. So yeah, moving forward, we'll hope be able to implement the Gantt charts finally and the sprints and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, thank you very much. I do hope you enjoy Adrian's thing. So yeah.
Right. If response, okay.